Today's head shave, the Sumatra razor with a Voskhod blade using the V&E Maine made Old Tyme Barbershop shaving soap with a Maseto shaving brush, 28mm. Welcome back everybody to Shaving with Peg Leg, and welcome to the barbershop. Come on in and have a seat. When we're done with this babbling fat guy in the camera, you'll be next. Okay, today we're doing a head shave, and I decided to use the Sumatra razor with a Voskhod blade, Teflon coated. I wasn't overly impressed with that blade when I first used it. It's on its fourth use. We'll give it another shot, see what it does. I'm using my V&E Maine made Old Tyme Barbershop soap in my Victoria era German hand painted ceramic mug. So, apply a little hot water to the head. A little Neutrogena for my pre-shave. We're getting there on this. We will eventually get rid of that bottle. Then I've got Cremo to go through, and pears and everything. I still haven't broken the seal on my PAA cube. It's still up there. My Maseto 28mm brush. We're just going to load the tips. Should be good. If not, we can always add more. So, did everybody fare well this morning? Not too many hangovers, I hope? Or did you go out and act the fool and get plastered and wake up with your head pounding this morning? For some reason, the last 2-3 years, New Year's Eve, I've gone to bed early. Like I said before, I usually don't go to bed at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I usually stay up watching Netflix all night. But I just got tired of the damn fireworks going off. The constant bang, 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 bang. I was like, you know, that's enough already. And I went to bed at like 11. I got woken up at 3 o'clock by fireworks. 3 o'clock in the morning. Some idiot was setting off fireworks. It's like, you missed midnight by 3 hours, dumbass. Alright. First, back to front with the grain. Oops, I forgot again, didn't I? I always remember when I get next to my ear. For some reason I don't remember before it. So my ears are reminders. I know I usually only have to do that for the leaf. These usually get in there, but lately I've just been not wanting to take a chance. I'd rather just go ahead and do it. And then if that leaves anything, this can clean it up. God, I love the scent of that soap. I really do. I'll say it every time. That is the scent. That is the smell that when you were a kid, you went to the barber shop with your dad or your grandpa or whatever, and as soon as that door opened, that smell that came out and slapped you in the face, this is it. This is that smell. Now, what's it? HSCC? Highland Springs, HSSC. Highland Springs Soap Company. And Sterling come the closest to this scent. Everybody likes Sterling's barbershop, which I don't blame them. It's a good barbershop. I have it. You guys have seen that one. I like it. But I don't like it as much as I do this V&E soap. It's a glycerin soap. It's super slick. It lathers well. It would lather more if I loaded more on the brush. But considering how much I actually have on here, it's doing pretty good. Look, I'll just add some more water to it and watch what happens. See it blowing up a little bit? Getting puffier with a little bit of water. Add some more, see what happens. The brush is starting to soak it up a little bit. Some scraping there and see. That's the one thing about a natural hair brush. They prefer to hold the soap as opposed to giving it back. Alright, Sumatra Voskhod blade across the grain. I will say I do like this Voskhod more than I like the Rapira Platinum Luxe blade. And I generally prefer a platinum blade. I like the way they feel on my skin. I like the way they glide. But that blade did not agree with me too much. And that's the thing about this hobby, this lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. You have to find what works for you. You really do. You have to find what works for you. Alright, let's go against the grain and see what we get. I'm gonna wet my brush a little bit and add some more soap. God, that feels good. Even though I didn't soak it in warm water to warm the lather, because it's kind of, I didn't really see the point in doing it because I was doing it this way. It still feels good. All right, front to back. Against the grain. I mean, I can feel it cutting, I just don't hear it that much. This razor really does not give off a lot of audio. You guys that have multiple razors, have you noticed that some razors are give off more audio to you than others? Is it the blade? I don't know. I used the Gillette Platinum in this last time when I compared it against the Tampa razor. And it's being about the same volume wise as far as hearing the cutting. Here I can hear it because this is one of my problem areas. So my hair doesn't want to cut there, so it's always loud. So you guys all doing good? Get rid of your hangovers already? Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. And it's still 79 degrees. January 1st, and we're almost 80 degrees. I will say one thing about this blade. I'm liking it better for a head shave than I did on a face shave. So I remember I was not overly impressed with it on my face. But I'm liking the feel of it more on my head than I did when I put it on my face. Yep, right through here. And then my channel in the back of my head. You know, where the river runs through. Yeah. All right, here we go again. Wow. After I say I prefer this on my head, it starts doing this. But actually I do. I do prefer this blade on my head than I did on my face. So the one package of those I've got, what's left over, I think I've only used this one out of it. I'll save the rest and just use them for head shaves. I might break one in half and put it in my leaf razor. See how it does in the leaf. Let me tell you what, that last shave I did with a Supermax titanium in the leaf on my head was absolutely fantastic. That was one of my better head shaves. And that was third use on that blade. It was like it finally woke up and came into its own. It was really a good shave. I didn't notice how good of it was until later that night. And then the next morning when I didn't have, you know, every time we shave, when we wake up in the morning, we always have stubble. We can always feel it. It really wasn't, there wasn't that much stubble the next morning, which really surprised me. I didn't think it was that close. Like I said, that third use seemed like it just woke that blade up. That's like with feathers. Sometimes you have to cork them or shave a piece of denim. With them to take that roughness off the edge the first time, because a lot of people say feathers are very rough on their first use and they're better on the second use than they are on the first. Well, sometimes the edge has little imperfections and you got to break those imperfections, basically. You've got to, I'm not going to say eliminate them from the blade, but you've got to smooth them out, get them cutting, get them used to cutting, so to speak. You got to break it in. And it's almost like that's what happened with that. It was just took the third use for it to happen. I've always liked those Supermax titaniums. And like I said before, I cannot find them to buy 100. And I would buy 100 if I could find them. Hell, if I could find them, I'd probably buy 200. Just so I never run out. Fairly decent. I have to say, it's actually fairly decent. I actually didn't think that blade was going to do this well on my head, but it did. Like I said, I actually prefer the way it cut my head than the way it cut my face. Alum block. Shouldn't be anything. I've got absolutely nothing. I've got cold, wet alum on my head. That's all I feel. Yeah, I don't feel anything other than a cold, wet alum on my head. There's no sting anywhere. First shave of 2022. 2022. As in T-O-O. Expecting another bad year, I am, yes. Maybe not as bad as 2020, but I think it'll be worse than 2021. Just looking at trends, looking at things that are happening around the world, shipping, and my son works for a major home supplying company, and they can't get people to work. And the people that do want to work want 20 bucks an hour to do a $7 an hour job. We run into that all the time. I mean, people at fast food places. You pull into fast food, you place your order, you get to the window, you pick it up, you start pulling out a parking lot, you check the bag, and your order's all screwed up. But they want 20 bucks an hour to screw up your order when they can't do a $7 an hour job. This is PAA CAD sample. I'm trying to stand it up until I can use my second hand to put the lid back in, and my fingers were damp, and the bottle kept sticking to my finger, kept wanting to tip over, kept wanting to go. When I went to pull my fingers away, it kept wanting to go with it. That's nice. That cat is a good smell. Goes well with my soap. Alright, my Johnson & Johnson baby lotion. Rub it up in my palm. That's still got some of that cat in there. Keep that dome as soft as my brain there. Again, for less than $15. Great on the head, great on the face, and it's not going to break your wallet, guys. You don't need to break your wallet to get a good shave. That's the one thing that gets me about the community and the videos. I mean, it's great to see all these expensive razors. It's nice to know they're out there and someday might be able to afford to buy one. It's wonderful. But the thing that I think a lot of them overlook is the fact that you don't need that big expensive razor, and most people can't afford that expensive razor to get a shave. You can get a shave with a razor that's less than $15. Kim Gray sent Chris over at IMCDB, she sent him a razor. It cost her 28 cents on Etsy. The shipping, for them to ship it to her, cost more than the 28 cents she paid for the razor. And he gets a good shave out of that razor. Put the right blade in it, you get a good shave. It's plastic, it probably won't last forever. This will if you take care of it. It's metal. So just take care of it. It'll last you a lifetime. It'll last your kids a lifetime. Is it a great heirloom razor? No. It's not a great heirloom razor, but it's a good one that they can enjoy down the road after you're gone. So, no harm in that, no shame in that. Alright guys, remember, work's coming up, so lay off the alcohol. Alright? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Done with a babbling fat guy in the camera. You guys are next in the seat. Happy shaves out there, gentlemen.